All right, what's going on, guys? Here with a quick trade breakdown as to why I took this trade setup in the AM. Right, we didn't manage to catch it on Zoom, because the SMR literally formed outside, like not outside, literally right at the macro end, right? And the rule is, for those who don't know, the rule is if your smart money reversal, if SMT forms inside the macro, you can enter anytime after, during, and after if the smart money reversals happens during the macro. If it happens before the macro, you have to wait till the macro. You can enter as early as 42 to 15. All right. Just to clear that up. But anyway, so breaking down this trade setup here. So higher time frame. All right, three steps. The first step is the higher time frame. So right now, obviously, we're accumulating down here, but we are making lower highs or higher lows and higher highs, right? So it appeared to me that we're retracing into the city here. So before the macro, we traded into it, then reversed down, right? So my point is, so I was kind of a neutral of the day, just based on where the price was during the macro, right? So my point of interest, I had this BISI marked up that price utilized before multiple times, right? As a point of interest, and we had one up here that price utilized a couple times as well, right? So that'll be my point of interest. Drawing liquidity would just be the original consolidation, right? And obviously Thursday's high if we get through that. But I was just literally just going for the original consolidation, previous cycle high as my draw liquidity. All right, let's go down to the lower time frame. All right, so we saw that we had Asia SMT. So there was SMT, session SMT, which happened at 10:15 on the dot. So you can enter anytime after the macro. You don't have to enter during the macro. If the SMT happens during the macro, you can enter anytime during and after. Just to make sure you guys understand that, right? So we had ZC market structure shift here, right? High that formed inside the SIBI, right? Closed above it on both markets, all right? Which is that's a long happened during our macro, or sorry, after, right? So entry at this bullish for value gap right here. Stop loss should be below this swing low, right? And just targeting the original consolidation. All right, so you could take a partial at that 9:30 open here because that obviously is in a premium and is a very sensitive area when it comes to the market. At 9:30 open, you could take a partial there, have more than half your profit, or if you want to go for one shot, one kill, boom, right there for about over a 6R. All right, so pretty simple trade there, guys. Right, following that three-step process, my trading model. All right, and then taking that into the previous cycle high, previous 90-minute high. And that's it. All right, so I appreciate you guys watching this video. And we'll see you guys in the next one.